Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Watkins. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you. Now.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be and he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Reset. Max 22.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Mike 22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Come off the ball. Mike 22. Mike 22. All day, just like that. Just like that.
To throw on third down, Lawrence. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Right back to him on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 44, Jackson flush to his right. Going deep here for what? That's caught at the 25. Give him 32 on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that'll bring up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Watkins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 10 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3 down, 3 down. 24 is the mic. Ricky.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Key the tight end. 3 down. 24 is the mic. I'm scared. 24 is the mic. I'm trying to collect.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Watkins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 41 yards on the ground. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You. Watch the shit. Hey. Watch the shit.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Again, Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
He's checking.
On 2nd down now, it's Watkins. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Watkins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. Watkins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Being chased out left. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
From 6 yards away, and the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the catch made by Johnson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch 61, matchbox lights.
Safety's creeping.
Hey, echo.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not that time for Watkins. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a bait?
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Jackson now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun, letting one go deep for the end. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, exit.
Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike. Got one.
Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike. I'm coming. Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the twins. Check 52.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
22's coming, Mike.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Don't get nervous.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as they are able to cut into that lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. On 1st down, it's Watkins. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, it's Watkins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that. Because
and look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go!
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Let go!
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to take a shot right away for the end. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Tyler, 64, weak. Hey, zoom.
Mark 22, Mark 22. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on.
Big grip, big grip.
Throwing again. Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Under 10, 10.
General West. Hey, orbit.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He finds his man Johnson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Watkins, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Watkins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now Jackson will look to throw it. On the move to his left.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? space, and he takes off.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down. 58, come on.
From the gun, Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Watkins. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Tight down. There you go.
And again this time to the tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Now.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
On,
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 20.
Hey, Alpha.
Check Mike 21. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Shoot.
On 4th down, Lawrence nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Set, hey. Will. Stay with your man. Kill. He's coming.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Watkins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About
timeout set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 6.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game. It's still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And he stopped immediately there. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He finds Hopkins complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a handoff working right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining. Defense